We are ready for football. So are they as the Packers get set to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. But it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
That's fine. Yeah.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
158.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They go play action here on first down. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Marcell Dareus coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319. 215.
Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hey. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
They'll run here with Ballage. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We are going. Jumbo! 58 to on us.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Good job.
First carry for Frank Gore, the newest and oldest Dolphin. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. First carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Tannehill now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Back to throw, Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make the score 14-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
What a 50!
Now Balaj. Space to run past the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
On second down, here's Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Herndon's got it complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We got 3, fellas. At 20.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gore. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Tannehill on third down. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a handoff for Gore. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Tannehill on 1st down. And throw right side complete to Parker. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Two minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. He hits Herndon over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. On the handoff, it's Gore. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Tannehill. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll start with a give here to Ballage. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Zoom. Hey, 50.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Finds his target, Montgomery. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one. And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Crosby on now to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And getting our first update now from Nashville. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll stay on the ground. Balazs again. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run it with Balazs. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
18.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Blue 58.
Rodgers now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Blue 58. Check it backer, check it backer.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Mike, 55. Check, 50. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, they're scared.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to fire one deep, and this is caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
Key 26, key 26. Uncle, over here. Check 15, check 15.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. On first down, Tannehill. And some space here. And he slides to avoid the hit. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On first down, it's Tannehill. Room to run inside the 40. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first and 10, Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27. First and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3 down. Set. Ready. Sit. Watch the sit. Mike 54.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
319! 319! 26!
They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Blue 58! Box it, box it, box it, box it! 319!
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Balaj. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
319! Hey, check 26!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Davis has it over the middle. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Right. 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go. 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdes-Scantling. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. And he'll go down at the 20. 28. And off comes to Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. On second down, Montgomery. And he's got room. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. And they take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
4 down. Alert.
And they will take a knee here. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Green Bay, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.